So last Friday, I get papers from their lawyers, different lawyers now. I wonder if they're compromised and blackmailed too, or paid off. But anyways, I started reading it. It's chock full of lies. They said that I cut off communication with them. I didn't. I have my same landline for 46 years. My cell phone's right there. They could text me anytime. The reason why they're saying that is because we're at an impasse. I asked my brothers to take a lie detector test. They said yes, they would. My younger brother says we can use the state money because there's enough there. And so I checked into it, and we'd have to bring one in. There's none in Thunder Bay. It would cost probably 7 to 10 grand. So I told my brother about this, and he said, you can't use the estate money, you have to use your money. I said, yeah, right. Well, why are you changing your mind? If you're innocent, you have, nothing to worry about. He's like, no, you have to use your 20,000. I'm like, where'd you get 20,000? I said, up to 10,000. I know what you're up to. You want me to spend my money, and you're going to be a no-show. And then you'll do it again and again. Just like he said to me in previous texts, which I've saved all the text messages. Yeah, don't tell anybody, but I'll sign off this date if you give me 40,000. And I said, let me think about it. I knew what they were up to. He's not going to sign off this date. He's going to take that 40,000 and give it to her to spell on me by a hitman, whatever. Same thing they've been doing for 4 or 5 years. Because in 2022, I reported my brother to the police because I overheard his partner tell my niece they were going to accuse me of killing my dad and accuse me of killing my younger brother. And the niece said, well, he died 5 years ago. Why didn't you report her? And she said, we're waiting for Dad to die because my dad was with me all that day. My brother didn't even take his medication, and they were half doses. I gave it to the police, and I asked Dory Barber to come back and investigate it. So Dory did, and he said there's nothing to worry about. And I told him I was being set up. So then, so this carried on, I forgave my brother. Come on, we're brothers, sisters, let's work together, right? And I didn't realize they were working with her. But when I kicked her to the curb and went no contact May 6th, 24, well, July 24th, I caught my other brother in conversation with her. So they were supposed to be supporting me, and they're still talking to her. They got rid of his cell phone right away. Oh yeah, he did. And then when I found out about the POA and put together the poisoning, I said to my older brother, they poisoned Dad, He went, it was on the phone, he went ballistic. I mean, like screaming at me, I don't want to talk about that. And I thought, well, that's not an appropriate answer. If you didn't know nothing about it, you'd be like, well, what do you think about, why do you think that? Instead, he went freaking out. You knew all along. So, I'm not vengeful, I'm not hateful, I'm not angry, I'm not mad at them. I have heaven's perspective. They're acting out of wounds and years of no healing and being ugly inside, disconnected from source. Because we live in a physical reality. We're separated from the divine side that we are. We're angels having a human experience. But in the physical reality, you come in and you get amnesia. And so we're living in, separation in our thoughts, disconnected from the source within us, which, the divine side of us. And they're on the lower end of the spectrum of separation. And each life cycle you come to, like an earth school. And you're here to grow and heal, especially at this time in this world's evolution when you have to understand what's going on. This is great awakening is happening, and a lot of corruption and truth is coming to light. So anyways, they've compromised the few lawyers in Thunder Bay that would do litigation on estates. They've compromised. And because so many institutions are involved, nobody wants to touch it. So I guess me and my divine got to stand on our own. So there's 3 ways I can handle this, okay? I can stand there that day, say one sentence, and it goes to trial. I can submit all my information, the text messages and my timelines and everything I've kept to the judge before the 13th. I can also go to the newspaper and take this out because this has been done to other people. I'm not the first one. But they've been poking me, trying to get me to react in a negative way. Everything they said about me, nothing's true. I never demonstrated any of it because I knew what was going on. You know, how does my heart stay beautiful, loving, kind, compassionate? How do I still stand in my integrity, my loyalty, my honesty, my trustworthiness? Because I'm in my authenticity. I won't compromise myself. So, what do you want? You want to go to court and get a trial? You want me to take it to the newspapers? That can be done. You want me to submit all my papers to the judge? That can be done. You want to work this out? Let's set up the lie detector test. I told him I'd bring in a tester, or we could hire a tester. I bought a lie detector machine out of my money, and we can go to the police or lawyer's office. It can be there, and the tester can zoom in and read it right there. It'll be way cheaper, probably $5,000. Nope, not willing to do it. Then he started screaming and yelling and calling me names. I got the text. And I'm like, no, that's not me. They wanted me to react, right? I'm still trying to work out a compromise with them because if I sell the house and give them their share, they still have life insurance policies on me. They still have to take me out because I know the truth. And there's no deadline on fraud committed on the courts. They have no proof. Everything they submitted to the courts was lies. Made up lies about me. Had people come in that I don't even know, never even met, state all kinds of things about me. You know, I slept around, I was this, I was that, and everything. None of it's true. There's no proof. They have no defense. So I think this is like a scare tactic. They're going to contact me, probably not now, and say, well, you know what, let's settle out of court. Let's settle out of court. We'll give you this amount of money. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. You're not going to compromise me. I'm not going to compromise my integrity. Why? You still got life insurance policies on me. You're still coming after me. Yeah. And to my older brother, he wants it all. Do you think you would live long enough to get it? No. No. But, you know, people know what's going on. And there's not a soul that was willing to step forward and give me an affidavit of the defamation of my character or the malicious slander. No one's willing to help because they don't have the courage. They don't have the strength within. They know right from wrong. They know what they need to do. Of course, I would keep your name private. Only the judge would see it. If you chose to give me a defamation of character or affidavit. Or if you have any proof. My phone number is 807-825-9551. I usually go to machine. I will call you back. But my parrot dive bombs the phone, so I might have to not get to the machine at times. You can leave a message. I have integrity. I would never compromise you. JoeJeffrey@bell.net. You can email me there. You can send a mail to me. It's got to be by the 13th. Joanne Jeffrey, Box 993, Terrace Bay, Ontario, POT 2W0. You know, I'm still willing to work. Let's do the lie detector test. I'll take one too. You know, and God gave me this invention. And it neutralizes the negative energies for people who are sensitive to energies. And we're being manipulated by the frequency towers and by so much on Earth. And, you know, all the corruption's coming to light. So, yeah, if anybody's willing to help me and give me an affidavit, don't go to the notary in Red Rock. Maybe the one in Nipigon. Or you can just get somebody to witness it for you. But I'm not afraid. I transition. When I transition, you go to a higher consciousness. I'm out of fear. This cape helps keep the negative emotions away. Tonight's a blood-filled moon. They plan on targeting my family. But they're protected. They're protected. Although they did target them earlier on in 24 when they're hot and heavy. My daughter's got a broken ankle. My husband had torn retina. And that saved me because we had to leave. And once I got away from the house, the poison, I rallied. The poison stopped working. And my dad went in the hospital. He rallied. We got home, both got sick again. So, you know, the proof is in the pudding. It's in what happened. They've been poking me to react. I haven't reacted. I still got a beautiful heart. How does that happen through this? Not very many people in this world could survive what was done to me, what is being done to me. And I've been alone. Not a soul. Not one soul. The police know. They know what's going on. They won't help me. Still waiting for my Freedom of Information Acts. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing from nobody. And so here is, carry on. Let's see. I've got 3 choices. I've got 13 days. Yeah. You go to trial, you're going to have to be all subpoenaed. I'll be subpoenaing everybody in Red Rock. All her little cronies, all her little monkeys, everybody. I'll be subpoenaing them. People have proof out there. There's videos, there's audios of what she's done. There's so much proof. Yet, no one's being moved within to help this innocent human. And even if I give in and do what they want, they're still going to take me out. Yeah. Because they got to get me away to cover up the crimes that they've done. So, this is my impasse, but I'm not worried, I'm not scared. Yeah. I went and sat with Source, been silent for a while, and take it out. Yeah, give the information. See who is honest enough or has any integrity left to assist this innocent human with his beautiful, beautiful heart. Yeah. I understand their wounds. I understand where they're coming from. And with so much black magic, the demons. And I understand why I'm so targeted. Because God's got a mission for me. So I'm just going to have faith in God. And no, I don't have much faith in humanity anymore. Or the judicial, medical systems, HEPA violations. I don't have any faith in those institutions anymore. But I have a bit of faith in humanity. People know. People know. You need to find your courage and your strength, because this is going to continue. Once they get rid of me, they'll wait. They do a long-term plan. How many life insurance policies do they have on people around them, on their flying monkeys? She doesn't care. She's been spelling on the courts and everybody. But she's lost her power. She can't. And the cult are all getting sick, and they're scrambling, and they've been told to stand down by the upper ones because they've used their biggest shamans and their biggest witches, and they can't reach me because I'm on God's frequency now. They can't corrupt me, they can't control me, and they can't manipulate me. And even though they're trying every day spelling on the court, I'm sure they're spelling all over this one too. But part of divine intervention, don't you understand? And look at me, I was peaceful all day Friday. Yeah, I'm still peaceful. Carry on. They compromised the lawyers for me. I could, me and my divine side, we could stand. I stand for truth and justice. I don't lie. That's why your private investigator couldn't find dirt on me. Not one thing. Scrubbed my life, couldn't find one thing to get at me with. You know why? Because I stand in my authenticity and my integrity. I won't compromise myself. I won't hurt other hearts. I won't do this to other people. I would never do. I couldn't even think of it. He told me 40,000, no. My mom was dead 3 weeks. He wanted 25,000 from my dad. My dad said no. Within 6 months, 80,000 would have been gone. As it was, he got a car. My car died a year later. He tells me, in front of my dad, to go in my dad's bank account and take 25,000 out. Are you kidding me? I had to pick my jaw up off the floor. I could never do that. I wouldn't even dream of it. My dad did offer to buy me a car. I said, no, you left the van to me. You can't drive. Why do I need another one, Dad? I don't need another one. Well, maybe Ron wants one to come visit you. I said, no, we don't need one, Daddy. You know, first year I paid for the groceries, both places. I don't use people. I don't abuse people. It's not who my heart is. It's not who my heart is. And, you know, I've had an accountant since the beginning, ever since accounted for. Actually, probably owes me some money. And it's all written down. It's all accounted for. Everything's documented. I got all the text messages. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm still willing to work with you. Let's do the lie detector test. We can use the estate money to bring in a lie detector person. I have no issue with that. You know, if it's all left to me, it's still my money you're using, right? So, but I'm not going to use my own money, and you're not going to show. You'll have to show up. But you're just playing games. Either you're innocent or you're guilty. So let's all take a lie detector test. Let's use the estate money, bring some guy in, and we'll all take it. Whoever doesn't show up, that's an admission of guilt. I'm willing to work with you. I'm not mad at you. You can talk to me anytime. You outright lied to your lawyer. So I can submit all my evidence to the judge. I can say one sentence and it goes to trial. Or I can go to the newspaper and spread it out, because others have been done this way by this little organized gang. And plus, you got heaven. I got heaven covering my back. So, like, you know, in Steps to Knowledge, wait to see to know. You wait to see to know. More insights will come to me. But I was told, take it out. Take it out. Call them out. Call them out for what they're doing. Showing them that, you know, they're relentless, because they need me gone. They want it all. It's not enough that, you know, my dad left it to me and they stole it. They need me gone because I know the truth of their crimes. They want it all. They want me to have nothing. They want total destruction of my life. She put all her history on me, defame my character, malicious slander, and I didn't demonstrate none of that. She was actually confessing to who she is and what she's doing to me. It's all a confession. Because there's no evidence. They couldn't find no evidence. And, you know, the investigator, the PI, you know the truth. People know the truth. But they don't have the courage, I guess. They don't want to stand for truth and justice. Well, blood moon, karma's coming. Karma's coming big time. So we're going to see how this plays out. But if you want to reach me, you know, you can 825-9551, 807. My cell, but they hacked my cell. But it's 807-823-1439. Joe Jeffrey at bell.net. Box 993, Joanne Jeffrey. Ferris Bay, Ontario, POT2W0. Anything that you give me will be kept in confidence. I won't compromise you. If you give me an affidavit or 2 witness signed testimonies, have it signed by 2 witnesses, I will, and mail it to me. I will be grateful, and those that'll help me will be blessed by God. They will be blessed by God. Yeah, they're righting themselves. The karma will be less. And you won't be guilty by association anymore. So, I'm going to have a good day. I'm still peaceful. You guys carry on. We'll see what's going to happen. We'll wait to see to know. Have a good day.